So if I see you as just a check and not as a unique individual, then the sacredness is lost. If I see a tree just as a tree, a member of a category, and not as a unique individual, the sacredness is lost. When something is made into a commodity and cut off from its source, cut off from its relationships, and made into something standard, then it becomes no longer sacred, at least in my experience of it. Now, maybe the Dalai Lama would still see it as sacred. For me, I can say that it's still sacred, but that's just an ideology. I experience it as just a thing. We've treated nature as not sacred, you know? When you see a landscape and you reduce its infinite uniqueness to a set of finite categories, a certain amount of lumber, a certain amount of iron ore, even a certain amount of ecosystem services, a certain amount of carbon sink, right? Anytime you reduce it like that, it becomes no longer sacred. You're not seeing it as a sacred thing in and of itself. I want to make sure that, to respect the time here, what is the official time? Radka, where are you? Or somebody in charge?
Yeah, 5 minutes to 8, but if you want someone, the last question, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Hello. You've mentioned the, say, intergeneration conflict of, you've been talking about your relatives or the relatives of ours or whatever relatives that might not understand what we were talking about, what we were feeling. And I'm sure most of the people in this room know what you know this feeling. I think in our country it's very explicit because of the society change, the social change. And I'm dealing with this issue in my every visit of my parents. And I'm sure I'm not alone. And I would just like to ask you what, if you're having the same experience,